Hello, everybody. It is now Thursday, which means today is also a hockey day. We play in 9.5 hours, but who's counting? Lots of exciting stuff to talk about, and some other stuff too. So, first of all, Michaela Schifrin won gold last night, which, duh, we knew she would. That was epic. Slalom. That's where it's at. Ted Lady competes tonight. My man Axel Lund Svindal won the men's downhill last night, which was awesome. He's like super Norwegian and cool, and I imagine him as like an actual Viking in real life. Excuse me. So women hockey. Let's chat. You had one job. That was to beat Canada. Because eventually you're gonna, well, okay, I say that. You didn't beat them last night, which I guess is fine because it was just for seeding in the next part of the tournament and the semifinals and whatnot. But you know you're gonna have to play them again. So I hope you take this experience and you learn from it because it was actually a really good game. I watched some of it last night and it was awesome. It was scrappy. They were getting super physical. And I think what was really interesting was that they were talking about, the commentators were talking about patriotism and how it's interesting that most of these women played together in college, on both sides, you know, the U.S. and the Canadian side. You know, a lot of Canadian women come down to the U.S. to play collegiate hockey, so they've all played together, and they're teammates, and they stuck it out for 4 years and all this stuff, but then when it comes down to Team USA versus Canada, the gloves come off, literally and figuratively. I'm really hoping that the next time we play them, this tournament does not end like that. That would be nice. Super cool. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. So the Korean combined team scored their first goal yesterday, which a lot of people are like, okay, what's the big deal? They scored a goal. But, I mean, it's just massive. It's a huge deal. There's a girl, and I'm not going to remember her name, who was adopted by an American family as a child, but she's playing for the Korean team, and her sister's on Team USA, or her adopted sister. So it was really cool to get to see. I like seeing those kinds of stories. I think that's really neat. People are like, that's crazy, they're not even competing for their home team, but I think that was really cool that she chose to compete for Korea. I mean, because she's an American, and will always be an American because she was adopted by an American family, but she's going back to her roots, and I think that's kind of neat. And she had the assist on the goal, so that was really kind of cool. And of course, everything with this combined Korea team is just another step towards peace, which is awesome. One thing I do not want to talk about, and I know a lot of people have been asking, is Shaun White's mess. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's a very controversial topic, and everyone has their own opinions and beliefs on it, and that's okay. So, the other thing, I didn't notice this, but I guess a couple of different people noticed it, that he, I guess in the heat of excitement after he won, he had the flag fell on the ground, and he dragged it behind him, I guess, for a while, and I guess somebody had asked him about it. I haven't heard anything, so I can't really comment on it, but I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. And if you saw it, on what you think about it. Haven't really heard too much about it, actually, except the people who've mentioned it to me. So tonight we have Slovakia, which is a different country than Slovenia. Slovakia is part of what used to be Czechoslovakia. It's just the east side of it. So if you think Prague, the Czech Republic, it's just east of that. And they had a killer game against the Olympic athletes of Russia the other day. And you know what? Yeah, it's going to be tough. So I really hope we get our act together, you know, get those lessons learned. I mean, it's only been like 24 hours, so kind of a short turnaround. But then we got to turn around and play the Olympic athletes of Russia on Saturday. So, guys, I need you right now. I need you. Really looking forward to that. So another kind of topic that was interesting, and I think I might do like a separate vlog or something on it later. My best friend, shout out best friend, asked me last night what I thought about skateboarding being in the next Olympics in Tokyo. So skateboarding and surfing have been added to the Olympic agenda. I think it only makes sense because we have snowboard halfpipe, and snowboard halfpipe and skateboarding are very similar. We kind of talked about it a little bit, so sorry if you're watching this, it's a little repetitive. But we talked about it a little bit, and I think every sport deserves a chance at the Olympics. I mean, bowling was an Olympic sport, rollerblading was an Olympic sport. There's all these sports that used to be Olympic sports at one point in time or another that are no longer, and that's fine. There's an argument that it's a fad sport. I think it's definitely not as popular as it was when I was younger, growing up. But I wonder if maybe them adding it is part of, trying to reinvent the sport, or just giving people, I wonder if people gave up on the sport just because there wasn't that level to go to. What can you win? If you're a competitor and you want to go to the highest level, that wasn't an option. So I'm wondering if that's part of it. We talked about one of the interesting things is an international scoring system. I think one of the big things is going to be that Tokyo, and it's going to be, it's going to be very techy. It's going to be very high tech, and I think if there's a place to do it, Tokyo is it, because they're going to be able to put, and if you notice, the snowboarders had like ankle straps, and those are sensors so that the judges know how high they're going. I imagine there'll be something similar in skateboarding. I wonder if there will be sensors on the skateboards themselves, or if there will be sensors in the concrete and the ramps. I don't know. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to play out. Surfing's a little different. It's been around a long time. International competition has been around a long time, and it's pretty well established. It's a little nichey, as in a lot of people don't know about it, a lot of people don't talk about it. Doesn't get a lot of TV coverage, but it has been around for a long time. So I'm kind of excited for it to get some TV coverage. Yay! So yeah, good stuff. Today I am currently watching reruns of biathlon, the men's 20K. I love biathlon. That is just a cool sport. I love all sports, of course. And cannot go without talking about not going to pronounce her name right, the pairs last night from Germany. Oh my gosh. That was like hands down one of the most beautiful performances ever. And I am so happy she finally found a partner. Well, not finally. I'm not putting down her previous partners in the Olympics, but I'm glad that she's got a partner that was able to step up to the plate and help her win that gold medal, because it's her 5th Olympics, and she's never won gold, and I think that she deserves that. So pretty excited for them. We have more figure skating tonight, the men's short program. Of course, Ted Lady. And apparently I need a Dutch broom because they are sweeping speed skating, and they're like super efficient at it. They're amazing, absolutely amazing, and it's just insane. I think we can learn from them. Make speed skating great. It needs to be a bigger thing in this country, because it's a cool sport. It's like track on ice. I mean, if you like track, you might as well do. Oh, and another thing, I watched a little bit of Skeleton last night, which is face first going down the tube, 80 miles an hour. The helmets, awesome. All of the helmets were awesome. This guy from Ghana, whose name I'm really not going to pronounce correctly. Hold on. He's the first Ghanaian, I think that's how you pronounce that, skeleton athlete ever. And his helmet was a lion, and it had like the mouth open. It was so cool. And then the next guy was an Olympic athlete from Russia. His name is Akwazi Frimpong. Really cool. Look up his helmet because it's legit. And then the guy immediately after him, was from Olympic athletes of Russia, and his was Iron Man, which I thought was awesome. It's like the Iron Man, so the way they're painted, it's when they're face down this way and looking up, it's right here, so you can see it as it's like coming at you at 80 miles an hour, which is really cool. I think that's pretty sweet. I love the painted helmets. Skeleton, hockey. I love the expression there, the little bit of art that comes into sport as well, too. So, yeah. keep an eye out tomorrow morning. I will either be an all black morning if we lost again, or I will be throwing confetti everywhere, and no one's going to be able to stop me from throwing confetti everywhere. I can't throw glitter because apparently my boss does not like glitter, like really doesn't like glitter. But then that's bad for the environment too, so I'll just stick with confetti. Anyway, hope y'all are having a good day. Enjoy the rest of the replays, and oh, definitely check out the women's game against Canada from last night. They're replaying it at like 4:30, I think. Definitely check it out. It was a good game, a very, very good game. Well fought. So yeah, as always, for the glory of sport.